gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami. Dutiyampi sangham saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi buddham saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi sangham saranam gacchami. Anicca vada sankhara upadavaya dhammino upajitva nirujjanti tesam upasamosukho sabbe sattva avera muntu. Sabbe sattva avyavajja muntu. Sabbe sattva anika muntu. Sabbe sattva sukhiyatanam hariharantu. Good morning, everybody. Happy to see you. I did 2.5 week travel and came home last night. So one person one morning she came to me and said, Bhante, how are you? I said, good. Then I asked her, and how are you doing? So then she said, life is always good. I said, don't lie. I said, it is not true. Life is not always good. There is difficult time too. Then we start to laugh. So then she said, yes, it is true, but we used to those words when somebody asks us, how are you? Oh, life is always good. Even it is not good, we always say that. Then I said, I know, I understand that, I made a joke. But then she asked me, your life also feels sometimes same, it's not always good? I said, of course. It is not always happy, it is not always content. I have some complaints and difficulties. And so then we start talking about life and our difficulties and problems. So when we practice at the temple, how do you feel? It is very easy, right? Usually when you practice at home or by yourself, where is the easiest place? Here at the temple. Because our mind is conditioned. This is a temple. This is a meditation center. This is place for meditation. After I go there, it is much easier to do. So when you go home, we are conditioned, of course we have distraction and difficulties, family and all other everyday matters. So then we think that place is a little bit difficult to practice. So then we are conditioned to that place. So always when you come to the temple, I understand it is very easy. But here is always not our practice the way we believe, because we think it is always easy to do, but everyday life difficult to do. So same thing when you go away from home, like a couple of days or couple of weeks, then you miss your home, right? You miss your bed, you miss your family, you miss your food and everything. So then you think, I'm so comfortable at home. Now you're really thinking about, I really want to go home. So that is our nature, that is our human nature. We all go through that kind of experience. So this is what I experienced. Now I travel always a little crazy. And so I was having a long trip, like 2.5 weeks. First went to Honolulu, then Arizona and San Diego. So now early morning I get up, 4 in the morning and flying to Seattle, and I had a layover. So I was there to get the next plane to go to Honolulu. So I saw many 100,000 people wandering around at the airport. Middle of that, so many people. I felt terrible. Be honest. I felt terrible. I felt painful. I felt I don't want this. And I felt I want to cry so loud. That's what I felt. Just came out from the plane. Now I am sitting there for the next flight. So then I figured out something going on in my mind. Because I have to fix this, I have to figure out what is happening. So what I did right away, I grabbed my hand luggage, I moved to a corner, nobody is there. I just sitting, looking at the runway. I closed my eyes. I started to think, what is going in my mind? Then I figured, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and so because of that physical feeling, it became very emotional. So the good thing about that experience, I fix it, I realized it within 5 minutes. It took me 5 minutes. But that 5 minutes I felt, that moment, it is like 300 days. That's what I felt. Then I felt I want to destroy whole world or something like that. I don't know what is coming. Even I don't know how to explain that experience. Sometimes you go through those kind of moments, right? So can you believe now, looking at me, I'm being a monk 30 plus years. Still I'm going through those kind of rough time. So of course, the life is difficult. Life is full of pain and physical pain and mental pain. So we all have some kind of pain, some kind of difficulties. So then I flew to Honolulu. It's a rainy, bumpy, choppy day, and 11:30 at night, and landed to Honolulu. It's rain and rain and rain. I had the best night sleep. And listen to the rain. That was good. And so then everything is okay. And so what I'm sharing with you, experiencing those life difficulties, what I learned about myself, practice. So somebody asked me, when you are going to stop the practice? The day I die. So there is no beginning, there is no end. So just practice every day. So I realize if I miss my practice, if I miss my mindfulness, if I miss my awareness, always we are in trouble. We always in trouble. No need to miss like a day or two. Just miss one moment. That's what I figured. When I miss my practice 1 second, 1 minute, I'm in trouble. Think about how weak we are, how weak our minds are. So that means this mindfulness practice for us 24/7. 24/7. So people believe after they come to this path or meditation practice or spiritual journey, after I do it for a while, then I'm done, I'm peaceful, I'm happy, I'm content. It is not true. It is not doing like a physical exercise. No, we have to do it every day, every single minute. So we have to train our mind, then we have to live with it every single minute, every single second. So think about being a Buddhist monk. It doesn't matter being a mother, being a father, being a business owner. And we always going through our rough time in our life. So when you experience those kind of moments, how do you do it? How do you handle it? So one thing I experienced, how weak I am. Still I am so weak. And the second thing I realized, still I have some areas in my life I have to take care of. The third thing I realized, still I have some areas in my mind I don't see clearly. Then I realized those areas I had to penetrate, I had to go deep, I had to dig. So then I realized when I can dig into those weaknesses and difficulties, then I can find the weak points, and also then I can find the roots. Then it's related to my childhood experiences. Maybe they are related to my life experiences. Maybe those are related to who live with my life, and maybe my parents and my friends or my family. It doesn't matter who they are. So many things in our life we don't see sometimes. So the word in the Buddhist teaching we call the anusaya. The translation I can make latent. What is latent? English teachers, please explain. What is latent? Yes, she's English teacher.
Well, something waiting to arise.
Waiting to arise. And deep it is hidden. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, do you believe that? Sometimes we don't see those things. We are deep inside and waiting. So what happened? Sometimes people go to intensive meditation courses, like 10-day Vipassana. It's great, that's wonderful. I can remember one person, she did 10-day Vipassana retreat. After 3 days, she quit. And she came home and she called me. And she said, Bhante, I really want to sit down with you. I feel terrible. And she was crying on the phone. And so I asked her to come here. Then we sit down and talk. And then I asked what happened. So I was so excited. Number one, excited go for that 10-day intensive Vipassana retreat. So I was there. And I didn't have that much personal guidance. And I was sitting quiet, silent. So second day, I felt the storm is coming. Then I was trying to figure out myself. No, I caught into the storm. I felt I'm floating now. And third day I couldn't handle myself. And I felt all the things I did in my life as a child with my parents, the hurt and disappointments and anger and everything coming to the surface. They look ugly. They look like demons. And I felt I want to kill myself. That's how I felt. Then it was very scary, and so then I thought the best thing I had to run away. So then she was thinking the best person I can talk, because maybe Bhante will answer my phone, and I want to go and talk to him, because this place sitting here with my difficulties, it doesn't help in this moment. I think she made the right choice because she didn't have any help in that moment. So what I am telling you, when we practice meditation, don't believe always happiness will arise. Always contentment will come to your life. It is not. When you have practiced longer years or longer days, don't believe always something good will come. It is not true. So people are so excited when you go to meditation. Oh, I will be so happy, I will be so peaceful, I will be content right after I get out from the retreat. It is not true. When you go to a longer retreat, first experience is anger. It's anger. I can remember, I think Jason was there a long time ago. It's what is the retreat center we did the meditation? No, over there in Harvard somewhere. Still waters, right? So we did a silent retreat or something. Long time ago, maybe 9 years ago, I think. And so that's the first time we did a silent retreat at the Blue Lotus Temple. It is very unusual for everybody. So anyway, in the beginning, I gave some instructions. Then I said, don't quote about the excitement. This will be wonderful. Maybe something difficult will come to your mind. Maybe anger will arise. So I warn them. But in that moment, I can see everybody's faces, they don't believe it. Oh no, it's a meditation practice, it will be fine, we are going to enjoy it. And so then everybody enjoy. Then I have the private, the personal interview late in the afternoon. So one person came and told me, Bhante, I'm so glad you warned us. So I was freaking angry. I cannot believe how much angry I was. The first feeling I had in my mind, I really want to kill Bhante Sujatha. That's how he felt. Because I am the one who put everybody to be silent. So he had the anger with me. Because I am the one gave all the instruction to be quiet and be silent. That's the first thought arising in my mind. I really want to kill him. So, he was so honest and he came to me and said, this is how I felt. This is how I felt. I totally agree. I'm so glad I warned them, otherwise he will kill me. So he didn't do that. So think about it. And so he didn't do that. I did the Blue Lotus Temple anyway. And so think about how our practice is going always. So being a Buddhist monk, middle of 1,000 people, I felt myself I'm in terrible and the really difficult moment. And as a meditation practitioner, as a yogi, middle of the retreat, he or she feels the same thing. What is that nature? Our human nature. Our human nature. So, there's a next point. When you go through that rough time or rough air in our spiritual journey, what we need to handle that? That's what I figured. What do you need? There's a wonderful tool we have to have in our spiritual practice. We always doing it here. We always talking about it.
Loving kindness.
Loving kindness. It is thank you, Bill. It's very important. We need loving kindness. Loving kindness towards who? Ourselves. To accepting who we are. In that moment, middle of the Seattle airport, I felt angry. I felt disappointed, I felt painful, I felt terrible, and I felt, so bad. But the good thing about, in my mind, deep somewhere, I had something beautiful, many years what I practiced, accepting myself where I am. Accepting myself where I am. So I accepted myself as lovingly. It didn't take even 5 minutes. I'm so grateful for my practice in that moment. It didn't take even 5 minutes. Even I called Sumana. I said, I don't know what happened to me that night. I felt terrible. And then he asked, what's wrong? What can I do for you? I said, nothing, And also, that moment I felt, nobody cannot help me. That's another realization I had. Nobody cannot help me. I saw so many people, beautiful people, children, and so many people walking around me. I know home, I have monks, I have our bhikkhuni, I have my friends, I have my parents, and so many friends around the world. I can call thousands of people. Then I felt nobody cannot help me in this moment. And I felt helpless. Then I was thinking, is it a good thing or bad thing to be helpless? I felt it is a good thing. When I felt I'm helpless, then I had to figure out myself. Then I'm so grateful for my teachers, the practice, the Buddha or the Dhamma and everything. I push myself to the side, I close my eyes. It's helped me to see what is happening in my mind. That is the beauty of this practice. Now you can see how much this practice supporting us, help us to stay in the moment. How powerful this practice. So doing meditation like 5-10 minutes every day, you can say, oh, I'm a great spiritual being. No way. No way. Think about, if I want to feel disappoint myself, being practicing as a monk 30 plus years, I'm failing. I'm failed. So, but I don't look at that way angrily myself, but I see as a beauty to learn something wonderful about myself. So because I have to have some kind of breakdown once in a while to see who I am. Otherwise, what will happen to us? What will happen to me, honestly? Then I am building an ego. Oh my God, I was a Buddhist monk all my life. I'm the greatest person in the world. Be honest, I am not. Don't worship to me. I am not, because we have weaknesses. But being and seeing and myself, I felt so grateful. I felt so happy. I felt content, and I have my tools to fix myself. That is the beauty of practice. So sharing this experience, what I am telling you, we are helpless no matter who we are. We are helpless no matter how much money we have. So then I traveling, then I end up for the Thanksgiving in the San Diego. So then, now I am fully focused, I know what is happening. Then I saw some people. 2 groups I experienced while I was there. One group of people, they have a lot of money, they have a lot of material, material, and extremely unhappy. Then I met another group who come to that place where I was, and looking at those people and those, the material things, beautiful houses, and they hate to see those. One people having those things, the unhappy in life. Other person seeing somebody has those things, telling me, Bhante, this is disgusting. That's the word he used. Being in that place. So then I was thinking, who is right, who is wrong? What do you think? Who is right, who is wrong? Then I was thinking, having money for one person, I cannot say he's right, he's contented, how he's happy. The person who looking at those money and material thing is complaining, he's not right either. He has anger. So the missing part is, the not have or have not. That's not the problem. That was I figured. The problem, how we manage, how we doing that. So then I did a meditation with a couple of family members. There's 3 children, beautiful 3 children. And so we just did like a 30 minutes meditation. I guided, the very, even not deep, the meditation practice. It's like a relaxation technique. That's what I did. So right after, that, those 3 children came to me like 6, 7 and 8, something that age. They said, I cannot even believe, Bhante, this is the best time in our lives. Those children said. So those, the 2 girls, they came to the airport to drop me with the grandmother. And she, she's 8 years old. She came to, give me a hug and said, Bhante, I miss you so much. You are leaving, but I practice meditation every day. She promised. She just said to me. But think about even that beautiful child, her mind, she felt that beauty of this meditation practice. So now my point, my summary, don't walk away from the path. Don't walk away from the path. Don't think it's too much. Oh, I did too much meditation. Don't think like that. There's no too much meditation. And then don't think, I'm coming to the temple too much. So the happiness is too much. There's no such thing. So please come every day to temple. Now we have 6 classes per week. 6 classes, meditation classes per week. Any temples in this country, go and check. 6 meditation classes per week? I don't believe so. I really believe, except the retreat centers, this is the only place in this country, 6 meditation classes per week for the regular members. That is wonderful. So please take that opportunity and practice every day. Otherwise, definitely, one day you will think, oh, I'm a Blue Lotus member, I'm practicing meditation, now I'm the beginning of the temple. But one day you will crash down Exactly what happened to me at the Seattle airport. So it is okay, that's not a bad thing. But the practice is more important than what you believe. So, any questions? Any thoughts? How do you feel about your practice? You feel doing good? You have to focus on more? You see the weaknesses, where you are, what is happening in your life? Because what I experienced at the airport, I can observe myself, I have to take care of myself, I don't need to share experience because I'm a Buddhist monk, I don't want to talk to people about it. Right? I can do that too. But why I share this story? Because I want to be honest, I want to tell you, it will happen to any human being anywhere in the world. And the other good quality, when you read, is called the Ratana Sutra. What is called Ratana Sutra in English? Yes, there's a sutra, all these people now practicing the chanting in the sutra. And Buddha said the person who practice, little by little, day by day, he or she, whatever things we experience in our life, he or she doesn't hide. Does make sense? Doesn't hide. Very open, very genuine, honest. Not acting I'm great or something like that. Just open and nothing to hide for that person. So that's why I was thinking this is a great story to share with you all in this moment, in this morning, to understand in your spiritual journey where you at, to see where you at. Any questions? Yes.
Just a comment that your idea of just taking 5 minutes made a big difference. And I find myself, if I don't think that I have to sit for a half an hour, get it organized, sit down, turn off the phone. If I just stop for even 2 minutes, just stop where I am and stop. I can be standing or sitting. Then I'm more successful in doing that several times a day than in making a big ordeal.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That 5 minutes is a great deal. I can remember a long time ago when I was in Australia, I did a retreat, my 20s. And so then I asked people, they asked how long we have to practice Bhante. I said 45 minutes. Because I didn't have that many experience too, because the early 20s. And then all the Sri Lankan people said, no way! So how we are going to practice 45 minutes every day? Then I was thinking, maybe that's true. And so then what I did, then I had to do the second day retreat, then I started to think. And so then I know how to trick people. And so then, then again we had that question. Then I asked, how about 1 minute? Then they said, oh, that's wonderful. 1 minute, we can do 1 minute. So I know, people do more than 1 minute after that. But what I did, I tricked them, And so then the person who, said, oh, that's beautiful, we can do 1 minute. And one day he came to me and said, Bhante, easily we can go 15 minutes, no problem. So if you take very short period of time for your own practice, it's a big change of your life. The 5 minutes is great. Yes? Kathy.
I think too that sometimes it's a matter of perception. Like you took the 5 minutes to have a little talk with yourself and realized, I'm not angry, I'm not mad, I'm tired. Now, did your fatigue level change? No. But your perception changed and you become better. I recently heard that at this time of the year in this part of the country, the amount of sunlight we have is minimal, and a lot of folks might be feeling kind of bad if they don't know why physically. It's actually we need more sunlight. Sometimes it's just having the idea of the perception and the knowledge to help us feel better too.
Right, exactly. How we think. And so other thing I experience, I don't know how much you agree with that. So when mentally we tired, physically we tired too. When we get mentally tired and exhausted, physically we feel drained and no energy, then we have to sleep more hours to renew ourselves. So when you have mental powers, mentally you are doing good, you are more mindful, you are more aware, your practice is going well, then our physical health is better. Our physical strength is, we have more. Then no need to have more sleep. Then we can cut down a little sleep. But I am not asking you to do that because I am telling my experience. Then when you have more mental clarity, then our physical body is not more tired. So when mentally we tired, then we need more physical rest. That's what I experience. I talked to a couple of yogis who practice very deep meditation practice. So one of the great teachers, she told me, I don't sleep more than 4 hours per day. That's wonderful because she looks healthy and happy and joyful. But I can see the mental clarity is affecting to our physical body too. So this, mind is very powerful organ we have. Yeah. Anything?
Bhante, I was going to say, I've had a number of those meltdowns in my day. And, they used to throw me a lot more, and it was really hard to recuperate from them because I would dwell on it and stuff and think that, and kind of be afraid for that happening again, And I think it took me quite a while to be able to just recover from those and be able to just see those clearer like you did, and get through it. And the one thing I noticed is if I have a long stretch of things are going really well, and you see that maybe someone else freaking out or whatever in their life, and you kind of wonder, how can they do that? What's wrong with them? And then all of a sudden, when you have one of your own little episodes, you say, oh my gosh, that's exactly how they did it, because you forget at times when things are going well for you.
Yeah, exactly. Always things happening to us like that. Anything? Any thoughts? Yes.
I just want to say that I've only been coming here since August, but I could really relate to what you said about anger. And when I came, I was very angry, and I didn't realize I had all this anger inside. And I was led to get a book by the Vietnamese monk.
Thich Nhat Hanh?
Yeah. And I read that, and it was like right in my face. And once I learned I had to release that, and I feel so free. I just can't believe I walked around with all that anger. And it's just such a freedom.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. See, think about how practice help, right?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing it. Anything, any comments, concerns about your practice? Yes.
I don't know if you said this, or one of the books that I read said that, you should be thankful for those difficult moments because you can learn and grow from those situations.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, in the moments that you're feeling bad, it doesn't feel good and you want to get away from it, but when it passes, everything's impermanent. You can look back on that and hopefully.
So I think that's totally true what you said. We have to be grateful for those moments. And what I felt, the Buddha came to me in a different form while I was going through that time, and Buddha came from the different form. So I realized it, I saw it, I learned from it, and so I'm so grateful for that. Yeah. So always don't get angry with those experiences and be grateful and start over, on the sea where you at, where you are. So I hope everybody enjoyed this morning, and so thank you so much. And so any new people today?